Hi. What you're looking at is a slide which depicts our legal system, so to speak. Not in terms of organization like state courts or federal courts, but what you're looking at is the basis and areas of different parts of the legal system. And the first box says legal liability. And legal liability is the foundation, so to speak. First of all, legal. That means there is some sort of authority that has decided that certain actions, processes can be taken. Now, whether that is law or accepted practices within society. Then we have the criminal side. Now, the criminal side, as I hope you know, is where the elected bodies have enacted laws, and those are rules, so to speak, which we have to follow for the common good and because of acceptable behavior. And if we allegedly break those laws, then the person that's accused has to go through due process, which is trial. And if the person is found not guilty, they walk away. But if they're found guilty, they are liable for the consequences. And the consequences are usually written down in the law. That is, what are the penalties for violating that law? And that could be a fine, or it could be incarceration, or it could be both. So that's the criminal side. Then we have the civil side. And in the slides that are after this, you see one on criminal liability, and then there's one on civil liability. And the civil side is about dispute resolution. And it's what's written down in law is the process of dispute resolution, not what is right or wrong, or whether this person is correct in their dispute or this person's correct in their dispute. Okay? The court will decide that. That is, the judge and the jury. And in a civil case, the person that is accused, that is the defendant, if they are found to be responsible, they're found to be liable, or they're found to be negligent. And what happens here is that the compensation or the liability which one has is taken care of in the form of monetary compensation. Okay? That is to recoup money to make the plaintiff, the person suing, the aggrieved, whole. Now, in some cases, we really know we can't do that, but this is the way we have in the civil system of ensuring that the accused and the person, I guess convicted is a good term as any, is made to be responsible for their actions. And this is done through money. And there's compensatory damages, which is money to make the plaintiff whole. Okay, that is to repair the automobile, to pay for medical issues, to pay for loss of income. Excuse me. Okay, then we have contracts. And contract law, again, is a process. Contract law defines what a contract is. It defines what can be done if there is a suspected or alleged breach of that contract or agreement. Okay. Then there's torts. And torts are, again, part of civil side, but torts are those disagreements other than contracts. Okay, where there is some sort of civil wrong. Okay, wherever that may be, and there's a bazillion different examples that we can do. In some cases, we're talking about fraud, or false imprisonment, or invasion of privacy, defamation, meaning liable, making statements that are false against an individual, and trespass. Now you think, trespass, fraud, they're criminal side, and you're right. However, you can be tried in a criminal court and found either guilty or innocent. And you can then be sued in the civil side, whether you're guilty or innocent in the criminal side, and be found responsible for some of your actions. And the O.J. Simpson case is a really good example. He was tried for 2 murders. However, he was found not guilty of those murders. The jury was not convinced that he did them. However, the parties of the family who were murdered or killed sued O.J. Simpson, and he was found responsible for his actions or liable, and he's had to pay damages ever since. Now, that's an example of some sort of civil wrong that is also in that gray area of criminality. So that's what this slide is meant to predict, interpret. Make sure you look at the rest of the couple slides, and this will help reinforce what you've read in the book and the video links that are up on Angel. Okay?